everyone, welcome to Connection Yoga. I just want to say real quick, yoga is for everyone. However, when online, it is up to the individual to assess whether they are ready or not to participate in the class that they have chosen. If you suffer from specific disease, illness, or injury, or are pregnant, it is important for you to consult with your physician before beginning. The practice of yoga requires that you, the practitioner, need to gauge the safety of your practice within your own personal and physical limitations. I'm not there, I'm not in your body, so I can't. You need to pay attention and act accordingly. It is always better for you to build up slowly rather than force or strain. While you might feel exertion throughout the practice, you should also feel relaxed. While you might feel some discomfort, you should never feel pain. The techniques and suggestions presented in the following content are not intended to substitute for proper medical care. Consult your physician before beginning any new exercise program. Connection Yoga assumes no responsibility for injuries suffered while participating in the yoga content. The user assumes all risks. With that, I can't wait to see you on the mat, and I'll see you there. Hey everyone, and welcome back to Connection Yoga and our pose breakdown series. Today, I am breaking down the pose Crescent Pose. How many more times can I say pose in this intro? I'm super excited. We are going to be learning how to align our skeletal and muscular bodies to stabilize and center ourselves in this can be tricky pose, but it's one of my favorites. So I'm super excited to share my tips with you to how to stabilize this pose further in your practice. All right? So I use true north alignment, breaking down the body section by section. Feel free to try this pose alongside with me. I am first going to demonstrate the pose for you right now. Voila, pose, crescent pose. All right, so if you've done any of my practices, you may or may not have seen it. It's a great pose, super powerful. Starting with our feet, we have one leg forward and one leg back. Both are at 12 o'clock, unlike in Warrior One. All right, if you have not watched that, go back and you can watch that after, or you can pause this, whatever you like. All right, so instead of having the back foot down on the earth, it is lifted and both at 12 o'clock. So the front foot is grounded, all four corners pressing down. The back foot is flexed as if it was pressing onto the earth with the heel over the toes. This is one thing that I learned that I was doing wrong and is greatly effective here. So I see a lot of people, they come up and their heel is back over their toe or even sometimes in front of the toe. Either place, you're gonna be out of balance because either your weight's going back or it's going forward. You need it to where your heel is over the toes so that you can flex and press both feet here. That pressing sensation is going to press into the earth and press up the legs to stabilize them here. Stable foundation in your legs is everything in this pose, okay? If you don't stabilize them first, the rest doesn't matter, okay? So that pressing sensation is crucial. It is going to start activating our quads, which are gonna fire up, lift up, all right? You want this back one pressing and lifting up to start trying to lift this hip under. Same, this thigh lifting up to press down, okay? So we can start extending upwards, okay? It's all about giving energy and receiving the energy and that balance in this pose. All right, so that's our legs pretty much. Our front knee, just make sure It's over the ankle and not ahead of it. It can be behind if you don't have the strength quite to reach a deep bend there, leave it behind the ankle, okay? Keep it in line with the toe. You don't want the knee turning in or out, okay? And your hips will help steer that. So moving to the hips, pelvis, low back region, they are square to the front as well. Both of them forward with your tailbone slightly tucking as your pubic bone slightly lifts up, okay? So, hips square, and you can feel them. So you come up, you can look at them. Oh, I'm kind of open here. Whoop. Use your hands, fix the hips to the front, press the feet. That will help, pressing this foot will help press this hip forward. Pressing this foot will help keep this hip back. So it's stabilizing everything all at once, okay? And then you slightly tuck that tailbone, lift the pubic bone, and that helps us start to lift our core. Our core here, next section, is drawn in. It's drawn into the low back, drawn into the belly, and lifting. We are pressing the feet down and trying to lift the belly, extend through the spine. If you're doing this with me, I hope you're feeling it as much as I am. Okay, so you're pressing your feet, lifting the core, all right? That brings us to our chest through our arms. Our chest is opening. Our heart is open, pec muscles lengthening. Arms, I extend them a little bit more here up than I do in Warrior One for some reason. I don't know why, but either one, wherever your arms are, whatever feels right, that's cool with me, as long as your palms are either facing in or your pinkies are turning in. Either way, that is helping with the shoulder blade, shoulder joint stabilization. So again, pulling the shoulder blades in and down to stabilize the shoulders, stabilize the back, okay? So, boop, all of that. So like a plugging of your arms, plugging of your legs, extending, reaching, all the beautifulness, all right? Leaving us with your beautiful heads out there. Neck is neutral with the spine, gaze forward. Sometimes if I'm really feeling good expression and I don't have a neck injury personally, I might lift my gaze a hair to like the corner crease of the room to really get that opening sensation. But it's totally fine to have that gaze forward, okay? So, that is Crescent Lunge Pose. It's super intense, but super awesome, and you can do it. When you're coming into it, really focus on setting your feet, setting your foundation for success here. That foundation is crucial for you to be able to breathe. Having that stable legs allows our upper body and ribcage to move freely for our breath to move in and out. All right, that's about it. The only modification I can suggest for this pose is not having as long of a stance. Stands pretty long, but you don't have to. This can be enough, okay? You've still got your feet pressing. Everything you want to accomplish can still be done here and working your way down as you build your practice, your strength, your power. That's it. Crescent pose, it's beautiful, and I hope you learned something and felt a difference in this pose today for you. Let me know what you learned, or if you have any questions. Otherwise, I can't wait to see you next time on the mat or in a pose breakdown. Have a great day, and remember to be happy and live right now.